A lot of buyers relocating to Williamson County assume Franklin is the obvious choice. And there are good reasons for that. Franklin has strong recognition, established neighborhoods, shopping access, and a reputation that attracts buyers from all over the country. But something interesting starts happening once people begin physically touring properties across Williamson County. They realize the difference between a location they recognize and a property environment they actually want to live in every day. Once buyers start comparing newer homes, more private backyard settings, modern layouts, outdoor living potential, and the overall residential feel of communities in Thompson Station, many begin questioning whether being slightly closer to Cool Springs actually matters as much as they originally thought. That's where Thompson Station starts becoming much more compelling than many buyers initially expected. Franklin has earned its reputation. There's a strong sense of identity there. You have established communities, mature landscaping, shopping access, restaurants, and a level of familiarity that makes many buyers feel comfortable immediately. Communities like Fieldstone Farms have become especially popular because they offer convenience, amenities, and strong neighborhood recognition. For many buyers, especially relocators, that familiarity creates emotional certainty early in the search process. However, something interesting starts happening once buyers begin physically touring more properties across Williamson County. They start noticing differences in how the properties themselves actually feel to live in day to day, not just the zip code. The drive time, the reputation, the actual experience of the property. That's usually where Thompson Station enters the conversation more seriously. One of the biggest differences buyers notice is the age of the housing inventory. In many Franklin communities, including areas like Fieldstone Farms, a large portion of the homes were built in the 1990s. While many of those communities are still extremely desirable, buyers today are increasingly comparing them against newer construction layouts and newer residential planning styles. In Thompson Station, especially in communities like Fields of Canterbury, many of the homes were built much more recently, often around 2017 and newer. That changes the feel of daily living quite a bit. The layouts tend to feel more modern. Outdoor spaces are often designed differently. Backyard usability becomes more important. And many buyers notice the lot positioning creates a more private feel than they expected. That's something buyers rarely think about until they physically experience both environments. A neighborhood can technically have similar lot sizes but still feel completely different emotionally because of how the homes are positioned, how the landscaping has developed, and how much visual privacy exists from neighboring properties. For many families, especially buyers prioritizing outdoor living and entertaining or wanting their property to feel like a retreat at the end of the day, that difference becomes more important than they initially expected. Another thing buyers often misjudge is the proximity to Franklin. There's sometimes an assumption that moving to Thompson Station means feeling disconnected from Franklin. In reality, many northern positions of Thompson Station are still only about 5 to 10 minutes from Franklin. So the lifestyle shift is often much smaller than buyers initially imagine. Yes, communities like Fieldstone Farms put you closer to Cool Springs shopping and certain retail access points. But what many buyers start weighing is, would they rather save a few minutes driving or experience a property and neighborhood environment that feels newer, quieter, more private, and more aligned with how they actually want daily life to feel? That's one of the key decisions buyers should make. For many buyers, Thompson Station starts becoming attractive because it creates a balance between convenience and residential feel. You still have strong Williamson County access, proximity to Franklin, and amenities. Communities like Fields of Canterbury include walking paths, pools, clubhouses, playgrounds, tennis amenities, and family-oriented outdoor spaces. But many buyers feel like they gain more breathing room, newer construction, more modern layouts, stronger backyard lifestyle potential. For hybrid workers or buyers spending more time at the property itself, those daily environmental factors often become much more emotionally important than they expected at the beginning of their search. Sometimes buyers realize they spend far more time experiencing the property itself than driving shopping. Once that realization happens, the entire comparison framework changes. In my experience, Thompson Station often fits buyers who value residential feel over constant activity, want newer construction, prioritize backyard usability, still want Franklin access, appreciate outdoor-oriented living, want family-oriented amenities without sacrificing privacy. Whereas Franklin is more for convenience, stronger walkability, and retail, preferred highly established neighborhood identity, and want fast Cool Springs access. The real question is, which environment aligns better with how you actually want daily life to feel? The best neighborhood usually isn't the one with the most recognition. It's the one that aligns best with your routines, priorities, and the way you want your daily life to feel over time. That's why more buyers are starting to look much more carefully at Thompson Station instead of automatically assuming Franklin is the obvious answer. If you're comparing neighborhoods in Williamson County and want help thinking through the trade-offs clearly, I'm always happy to help you map that out strategically.